Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to Raw February 4th. What do we got? We didn't have a very good Raw, but there were several things that was done, and I believe these were effective. Somewhat. At least some of them. I'm going to get rid of the things I didn't like. Might as well get it done. Santino and Jack Swagger, who I'm going to call is the Trucker. Jack Swagger has been brought back. Jack Swagger has a different look. Jack Swagger is exactly the same way he was before, but with a different look. Does that make him better? No. Santino tried to make up for him not having any type of increase in ability by power walking his ass through the ring, but didn't really do anything. Jack Swagger just did as Jack Swagger did before. There's nothing there. If he changed his clothing a little more, maybe he might be interesting. I'm just going to call him the Trucker from now on. If anyone wonders who the Trucker is, it's Jack Swagger, because that's what that boy looks like. He got a pot-ass belly. Not much different than my own. No, I'm just joking. But you know what? This guy has not improved. Yeah, he was an NCAA champion when it came to wrestling. Well, if I pronounce it. Look, the guy was a great wrestler, right? We're not going to take anything from him. But this is professional wrestling, not amateur. There's a difference. And the guy didn't try to bulk himself up. The guy didn't try to improve on having a pro wrestler type of feel in his match. Nothing. He came back as exactly as he left. And even though basically you got... look, Lawler tried his best. Couldn't help. Cole tried his best. Couldn't help. He is just basically flat. And as the Trucker, I don't see anything there for him. Maybe if he does something behind the scenes, like backstage, instead of going in the ring, maybe he might become more interesting, because I don't see nothing. Now, Ryback and Antonio Fazzaro. I don't get why Antonio had the job here. Look, I'm going to say this really clear. I believe they dropped Ryback. Yeah, at the end of the show, he did do something with Cena and Sheamus. But let's be honest about it. I don't see him getting pushed anymore. They don't have any idea what to do with the man. They had a good position for him by Hell in a Cell, and it went flat when it came to, you know it and you guessed it, who's coming at the later part of this review. But if they really wanted to do something with him, they had to give him the title then. They didn't do it. Went to TLC. What happened? Rock and Punk had to go on. So Punk could not drop his belt and have it stripped. So either Ryback could have it, or it can be contested by a tournament or something. That didn't happen. So Ryback has been like this, then it's like this, and he's getting a slow decline going down. I do not see him going very far for much longer. Maybe he'll get another 5 months out of this, and then we might not see him for a while, unless they turn this around and maybe turn him heel completely and give him a mouthpiece. I don't see anything happen to Ryback. So with this, and if they're trying to push that Ryback is going to get the U.S. Championship, his first title, they should have done DQ. It would have made it more interesting. The little bit about Antonio saying that I have never been beaten by an American. It's like, dang, I'm sorry, but I'm going like that. I still don't get the reason for it. If it's part of rugby, I've never seen it. But if this is supposed to lead for him to get a title, they could have done it better. Really. Now, the ADR and Cody match is another match. I don't know why they put Cody in this position. What, are they punishing him? Why? Why are they punishing him? I don't understand. Cody has the great character that could be put over so well in the main event, and he ain't there. They only use Cody as kind of like a little bit for Big Show. So he had his little bit on the Titantron. And I'm going to get this part over with the Titantron. Throughout the night, we saw Big Show saying, give me the contract so I can sign it and go into Hell in a Cell. He says, I am not afraid of you. I was just trying to protect you, because I want to get my title the right way. If I did what I wanted to do, I could have swiped you, wiped you out. And I mean swipe, like swiped him away like he was nothing but a fly or something. What happened at the end of this entire show? That fly basically kicked the shit out of a giant using a fire extinguisher. Do I believe that this was effective? Somewhat. For me personally, it still felt a little flat because we've seen them together so many times. I wanted to see someone else. But since they're still going with this, it's flat. But it was still effective what it needed to do. Trying to hype up towards the Elimination Chamber, which isn't going to be very hyped at all. You got 2 more weeks. Now, we got Chris Jericho and we have CM Punk. They had a Raw active vote. Who are you going to have CM Punk go up against? Chris Jericho, Ray, and you have Randy Orton. And I'll get to those other two in a minute. Now, I wish to say in the beginning of the show, CM Punk comes out and acts manic, man. You could see him pissed off as hell, and I enjoyed it. Seeing him out of his mind like one flew over the cuckoo's nest was not a bad thing. Saying to the ring announcer, I am the people's champ, was a nice touch. The Montreal Screwjob angle, no. That's bullshit. I'm sorry. You didn't see him spitting on Vince. Or Vince spitting on him. If they had done that, maybe I might say that. But Vince got spit on the face of a wonderful man that we call Bret Hart. And Bret Hart did that purposely. He spit on him for a reason, because he knew that the only thing he had to do was just let him give up the title with some respect, and there would have been no problem. But Vince didn't want to do it because he just didn't want to do that. There is no way you can even come close to that. I don't know why they went to that angle. I do have to say that Booker T fucked up during the Booker T was supposed to simply say, I am here because you have simply Vicky Guerrero, I'm forgetting her name, the vice president, really, the superintendent of Raw, whatever. He started acting like her. Then he realized, I'm not supposed to say that. And as his punishment, he went to the announce table for Jack Swagger's match. Oh, damn. You now see the attitude they have in WWE. If you fuck up really good once on live TV, they will stick you with the worst match they could think of, which was the Jack Swagger and Santino match. The Santino, the Cobra, with the trucker. Oh shit, I felt sorry for him, but it was good to see him back in commentary. He still makes commentary, I'm sorry. Even if he's stuck with having shit, he makes shit out of lemonade, ladies and gentlemen. That's why I like Booker T so much. Now, let's get to the Ray and to the Daniel Bryan match. Oh, this was a good match, and I agree with the Sleg Daddy. This was pay-per-view quality right here. But guess what we got? We got a free TV. Okay, I'll take it for what it is. I'll take it free. And it was a good match. Daniel Bryan wins. And I didn't think that much of it until I heard boom. Yeah, baby. You hear that boom? I'm gonna fuck you up, baby. I love when he comes out. Oh, someone's about to get their ass kicked. I love that shit. Smokey, baby. We got Mark Henry back, baby. And Mark Henry comes out and demolishes Daniel Bryan because he lost his title to him, and then beats the shit out of Ray. And then Sin Cara was thrown in as a dessert. Ooh, yeah, sexy chocolate just went and splattered himself over everybody. I know that sounded so damn freaky, but I don't give a damn. It is good to see sexual chocolate and exert himself, saying, this is my house. This is my house right here. That was good work. That was good stuff. Now, I put in that match because the next things I was not happy about. Miz TV. I'm so bored with it. I love the Miz, but they need to drop Miz TV because they screwed up so badly because they kept showing it so much. Miz TV is like a fine wine, ladies and gentlemen. I don't drink. I don't even know what wine tastes like. I don't drink. I've drank in my life, but I don't drink. But look, what I've been told, if you want to really experience a fun wine, you pop that sucker over and get the smell, the aroma. Put it into a nice glass and then sip it. You don't gulp it like someone unrefined, You got to sip it. Sip it gently. And supposed to smoke with a cigar. But anyway, they ruined that. Instead of doing it from time to time, they did it every opening of Raw. And then they did a couple in SmackDown. And then when Larry King came, they ruined that too. They did. Because that should have been a Miz TV with Larry King and his wife. Instead of Larry King and Larry King Live. Well, now with the Miz. I believe that's when they destroyed Miz TV, because they should have put that on Miz TV. And now Miz TV is just empty. And then having a very good, I'm going to say this, Heyman did a very good segment. He did. But even with that, it still felt stale with Miz TV. I just didn't feel good until here comes the pain, baby. Yeah, doing your dance. Ow, I can't do that. Got a bad leg, sorry. Just came out and demolished the Miz. He kicked the shit out of the Miz. Nice. Does that mean we're going to have a Brock Lesnar and Miz feud? I don't think so. But I'm hoping so. Because if anybody wants to know what I think about Brock and Triple H, I'm actually going to leave the connection in the description box, saying what I said in reply to the British Fist. And I said I'd rather see The Undertaker versus Brock Lesnar. Yes, Brock will lose that match, but you know it's going to be a damn good match. Don't want to see Triple H. I don't want to see Triple H and Brock. And I don't want to see Triple H with Undertaker. But put the other two together, you got one hell of a good match right there, ladies and gentlemen. Now, let's see. Anything else we have here? I want to make sure I didn't forget anything. Aha, yeah, baby. I ain't forgetting the sweetness. I saw when they talked about Trish Stratus. I was, like I said in my last Raw review, I was very happy that Trish got it. 7-time women's champion. She represented herself well. Only her and Fabulous Moolah, in my humble opinion, are the best for me. I'm not saying Lita or anyone else isn't the greatest women's champions ever had. But those two always have a really strong point in my heart. Moolah always thought was damn gorgeous when I was a little kid. Even though she was older in age. She was already in her 40s and 50s. She had gained weight because of her age. I thought she was still pretty. And Lita, oof, god damn, that's a hot looking Canadian. Damn, I'll marry her, not only put in babies, I will do whatever is necessary. I will inject more. If I can't produce the babies, I'll do artificial insemination, that shit. I'm sorry, I'll do whatever it takes to make sure that no man gets it. I don't care. She's damn gorgeous. But this is not about her. When they started showing the Madison Square Garden, saying for the next Hall of Famer, I thought, who could this be? And I'm wondering, when you see Vincent V. McMahon Sr., Vincent Sr., I'm thinking, wait a minute, could this be who? Who could this be? I knew exactly who it was the minute I saw his boots. Oh man, I knew it had to be Bruno. I didn't think it was anybody else. I knew it was Bruno Sammartino, and it was Bruno Sammartino, and I'm so fucking happy that it's him. I'm happy they're letting him in there. Two of the greatest in history of this company, Bruno and Mr. Bob Backlund, are now being inducted. I'd rather have them in separate Hall of Fames. I'm going to be honest to you. In a sense, it's the right thing to do. Have the best and the longest running one, and the second one, longest running one, would make some sense. But I wanted to see them separate. They both deserve the spotlight individually. I'm sorry, ladies and gentlemen. I am personally happy to see them both getting in, but not together. I wanted to see these guys actually be done separately because they both deserve it. They deserve to be in individually and be the heads of that Hall of Fame. But now you're going to have to choose, who do you think is better? Is it Bruno or is it Mr. Bob Backlund? Bruno Sammartino is one hell of a great champion. He lasted 8 years. Mr. Bob Backlund lasted 6 years. For me personally, and I love Bruno Sammartino, Bob Backlund, I'm saying this if I was a kid, a 7-year-old to 9-year-old, I say Bob Backlund. As an adult, with respect, baby, I say Mr. Bob Backlund. He's my boy. I love that man. He's the first person I remember. I don't remember Bruno, but I did know about Bruno. And hearing that Stan, what is this? I never really knew his name, the one who broke his neck. And that's Sam Hanston. No, Stan Hanston. I think he was called Stan the Man. I could be wrong about the name, because that's what I used to hear when it came to Bruno getting the guys who broke his neck. Stan the Man broke Bruno's neck. That's what I was told back in the 80s. I could be wrong about the name. Give me a comment below if that was true, that Stan Hanson's name was Stan the Man. But that's what I was told as a kid. In my family, during the time of wrestling, that's what we cared about. And I heard about Stan the Man. I didn't know, how did he break his neck? And they said that he broke his neck during one of his matches. I really felt bad, and then heard he came back and saw he came back. I was happy, but I was more happy to see Mr. Bob Backlund. So for me personally, the person I love the most is Mr. Bob Backlund, but Mr. Sammartino, Bruno Sammartino, is second in line. Really. In that era, I loved him. And I'm thankful that he's finally decided to accept, and that Vincent Kennedy McMahon, and particularly because I do remember the Sleg Daddy doing a special video on this about Bruno Sammartino, and I believe it was Triple H who finally convinced him. Mr. Paul Levesque, I thank you. I am glad that you finally convinced Mr. Sammartino to come. He deserves it. He worked so hard, and I'm glad about it. Now, we have, let me see how, the Wade and Orton match. Why? It's not because we've seen it a whole bunch of times before. It's because Bo Dallas was not there to interfere. Why was he not there? If they're trying to hype Bo Dallas to be in this, and the last SmackDown, he got his ass kicked by Wade, what was the point of showing a little video of him when he should have came down to the ring and caused him to mess up, and then we have a much more substantial feud? Really, if you actually think this was alright, you should reevaluate it, because it's not the point that Wade did a great job or Orton did a great job. It was more that Bo Dallas is supposed to be put over here, not Wade, because nothing's going with Wade. The only thing that's going with Wade is Bo, and we need Bo to be interacting with Wade. He should have came down and caused him to lose. That is what needed to be done. Now the match next is Sheamus and Kane. Now I didn't say anything earlier about what happened with Daniel Bryan and Rey Mysterio. There was no need to, because that was negated to the simple fact of the great Mark Henry. Sexual chocolate. When it comes now to this match, this was a very physical match. Was it a great match? No, but it's not the point. These two could, if they had time, do have some type of chemistry. But when Daniel Bryan came out and caused Kane to lose that match, that just gives more fire to their split up. But really, did Sheamus really win in this? He's now being used as a catalyst for Daniel Bryan and Kane to split up. Really? I'm not saying that Sheamus is hot shit right now. He's not. He's not doing well at all. But to be used in that fashion, you could have used another job. You could have used Kofi Kingston in that position. He would not lose anything or gain. But with Sheamus, as a former world champion and WWE champion, he deserved a little better than that, don't you think? Now, to make sure I didn't forget anything, okay, the final part. I'm saying this first because I want to leave my final thoughts about this. You heard Cena say, I'm going to call out the Shield. He didn't call out the Shield, but he did call out the roster. And the roster came down to the ring with him in the stands, coming down with Ryback, with Sheamus and himself. And then Orton leading the pack of everybody else, saying, you ain't getting away. And they beat the shit out of the Shield. Why? This is why I said the Shield is lost. We have no idea what to do with the Shield. They don't have any idea what to do with the Shield, the brass in the back. The reason I say we have nothing to do with the Shield, what do we have to gain from it? The Shield has not gone after any titles. None of them are showing any signs. I mean, you can obviously see that Dean Ambrose is the strongest one there, but he isn't shining that much because they only show them all together fighting one another. The only time you see him is in a promo. They don't do them often. So what did the Shield accomplish here? Nothing. They're lost, and it's sad, and I hated it. I didn't see nothing great in this segment. It was good to see Ryback still being seen, but like I said, I still think they're going to drop him. It's only a matter of time. Now, this show was a C. Really, it was a C show. Yes, Mark Henry came back. Mark motherfucking Henry. And I'm saying this for Smoking, my boy. You know you're my man. Me and you. All the way with Mark Henry. 2013. Getting the WWE title back, baby. He's going to demolish everybody. He's going to demolish everybody. He's going to demolish if The Rock still has the title. Which I don't think he will. If Brock is the one that's getting that title, he's going to kick the shit out of Brock. If it's CM Punk, he's going to kick the shit out of CM Punk and John Cena. Sorry, Mike. No offense. But that is how I feel. This is a C show. Now my final thoughts. I left out one person because this is what I believe. The one who called the Shield down where they were in the ring before John Cena came with his pack was Brad Maddox, Beef Mode himself. Now I'm saying this as a good idea. He said that he gave the tape to Vince so he could get back at Paul Heyman. Cool, that's deserved. But I believe the reason the Shield kicked his ass, and they kicked his ass lightly. I know all of you are going to say, no, he kicked his ass. They did it lightly, because if they didn't, he wouldn't have been able to roll out of the ring. The reason they did it so light is because he is a member of the Shield. He is an informer. He is an undercover agent. And he is the leader of the Shield. It is not Dean Ambrose who is the leader, even though he deserves it. He's a good character. But it is the Beef Mode, Brad Maddox himself, who is the leader. I believe the Seg Daddy would agree with me. The reason, if you look at the videotape, ladies and gentlemen, if you still do that, you'll see after they supposedly kicked his ass and they made it look nasty, he was able to still roll out a ring. Now, you could say that he's such a beast that he could handle it. True, he is a beast. But I believe with all my heart, ladies and gentlemen, that he is the leader of the Shield. And he told them, as I said before, he told them, kick my ass and make it look good, because I don't want no one to know that I am your boss. I paid you the money that I got from Paul, and you're going to do what I say. This is what I believe. This is what I know. And I might put this in the title, Raw. Brad Maddox is the boss. That might be a good one right there. Maybe. I don't know. I might do that. I might not. Well, I hope you enjoyed the Zane's view of Raw February 4th. About to say 2nd. February 4th. Please subscribe and comment to Zane's view. Give me a subscribe below and a comment below. As you can see, British Fist, just do them both below at the same time. You don't have to pause it. That is your style. But for me, I'm going to do it all at once. So you all have a good night. Peace, ladies and gentlemen. Always remember, the Beef Mode is always with you.